Hey everybody, this is Collin again with Courageous Canines here at Save, a friend to homeless animals in Skillman, New Jersey. Today I'm hanging out with my good friend here, Sinatra. So Sinatra is a 4-year-old husky who is waiting for his new home, ready to go. He's quite the singer, as his name might indicate. Oh yeah, there it is. And tell me all about it, big guy. Yeah, tell me more. Oh yes. What a good boy. He's such a sweet guy. So if you're interested in him, there's going to be some information, with Save's website in the info section on the video. So why don't we get started? I'm going to basically teach Mr. Sinatra here how to play the touch game today. So touch is this great game that we use to teach dogs how to, as we would call it in training, touch target. So right, teaching them how to physically bump our hand. In this case, when we prompt them. As we do this, I'm just going to to get started, some of my smellier treats here. And I'll show you literally, I'm just going to kind of take my beef liver in this case, I'm going to rub it on the outside of my hand. And we're going to create what we call a scent lure in this case, where the smell is going to be all that guides him in. I don't necessarily need to have a treat. If your dog really struggles, you could hold a treat in the inside of your hand to do this, but I usually just prefer to rub it on both hands right on the outside because I'm going to be kind of teaching him how to bump both hands pretty quickly as well. So as we get started, hi big guy, all I do is present that stinky hand to him while I'm ready to reward him with praise and my treat in my other hand. Good. And I repeat. Now, before I'm even adding a word here, I'm just going to do this first part like maybe 8 to 10 times to make sure he kind of gets the idea. Good. 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 Good boy. Nice. Good. I'm giving him praise right away as soon as he touches that hand. It's better to make sure that they feel rewarded very quickly when it happens versus, pausing and delaying that reward too much. And all I need is that nose bump. If he gives me more than nose bump, which some dogs might, throw teeth in there or slobber all over your hand with their tongue, if kisses are what you're after, you can put that on command. In this case, all we need is the bump of the nose. So repeat. Good. If they don't go for it, I just let the hand stay where it is for a little bit. And I maybe repeat the signal again in like 10 to 15 seconds if they need it. The other aspect that I'm going to play with right away here is he always has to come from where he is to get to the hand. That's a special caveat of the game, right? So I'm never going to swing my hand towards him or like jog over towards him with my hand out like this while saying it. I'm going to really just try and start guiding him in, because this command can serve us in a few different interesting ways. And one of those ways is as a backup way to call him over to us, right? If I say, hey, Sinatra, come, and he's, doing that. I'm just going to repeat this initial luring phase maybe a couple more times. Again, maybe switching up my hand a little bit so he's bumping both hands. Sinatra! Sinatra! Good. And I partly do that because sometimes one hand isn't free and the other one is, so I want to be able to use that command from whatever side I need to in the moment. Sinatra! Good. Now, he's done that pretty well there. He's starting to literally see that hand, respond, see that hand, respond. So what I'm going to start to do then is give the command a word. So in order to create, a verbal cue for dogs, the easiest thing to do is basically present it right before the other thing you've been teaching them, because that helps to kind of create this order of association where the word comes and the dog starts thinking, oh yeah, that game we've played is about to happen. Because we do it and then the game happens. We do it and the game happens. What a good boy. Look at you sitting. So in this case, I'll say touch. Good. And present that hand signal. Good. Look at that enthusiasm. Touch. Good. That was even good with a distraction behind us. We had another dog nearby. Touch. Nice. Touch. Good boy. Touch. Oh, we got open mouth there. So there's where I just withhold my reward, right? Oh, it's disappointing. Touch. Good. That's the better response. And I even gave him a nice big treat for the correct response. So I can jackpot the response that I want to see more of. And in this case, just nose, no teeth. And I can make sure that there's nothing that exciting. When he does give me like an open mouth, in this case, there was no pressure. He just literally bumped his whole open mouth against my hand. I just make sure I don't get excited. I don't reward that behavior. Touch. Good. So that I can refine, again, the very specific thing I want to see over time. Now I'm going to keep playing the game from further and further away. That's one of my kind of ways of ramping the game up. In training, we're often talking about like the 3Ds, distance, duration, distraction, and with touch, it's really easy to start increasing the distance at which he thinks he has to respond just by ramping it up little by little. So at first I'm right next to him. I just start playing from further and further away. Touch. Good. Good boy, bud. Touch. Oh, there's that open mouth again. I might just withdraw my hand. Touch. Oh, and that's okay. One of the classic things I can always do, again, if I need a dog to move towards me, is step away from them when they're paying attention to me. Touch. Good. Good. And that's a kind of recall tactic in general. If I'm playing, any game where I want my dog to come towards me and I at least have their attention, it's pretty easy to draw them over if I suddenly move away. Right, big guy? Hi. Thank you. Good boy. They're so good. Touch. Good boy. Touch. Touch. Good. There it is. So again, moving away. Touch. Good boy. Sinatra. Touch. Good boy. That was very good. Now I can also start asking him for more per treat. Touch. Good. Touch. Good. Touch. Good. Touch. Good. What a smart guy. Sinatra. Touch. Good boy. That was awesome. Treats are one of my rewards. Affection, action, play with toys, motion on the leash. Anything can be a reward for any of my commands, especially touch. What I especially love about touch is beyond, the fact that it also calls him over to me. It asks him to touch me in a very specific way. So if a dog is very mouthy, if a dog is very jumpy, this can be the command that guides them into an alternate incompatible behavior, as we would say in training. And beyond that, it's also a pretty dynamic game, so it involves hands and faces, so it's a great desensitization game for dogs that have a tough time with, human hands all up in their face. Can we touch? Good. Touch. Good. What's nice about easy commands like touch with a very low obligation, good, is that literally all he has to do is bump me. So kind of like making, eye contact, on cue with his name, all he has to do is look at me. Touching me on cue is one of the easiest commands of all. It really doesn't ask all that much of him. Oh, you're going to roll under? He's such a goofy guy. I love this guy. Good boy, bud. Yes. Thank you. So, as I said, I'm Collin with Courageous Canines, and this is Sinatra, my husky friend here and assistant today, and he's available for adoption, as we said, here at Save, a friend of homeless animals in Skillman, New Jersey. I'll have their information right at the bottom of the screen here, and my information as well. If you are interested in, checking out more of what I do, as well as more of what they do, and more of the animals they have here that are ready for adoption, like Mr. Sinatra here, who will be a great playmate and companion to serenade you every now and then with his beautiful voice. Very big guy. Thank you. Right. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to check out more content in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Oh, what a big baby. Nice. Yes.